I know what we need to do. I know exactly what we need to do. Just we'll figure it out this summer.
The very moment I saw this, for some reason it stuck with me. He seemed certain but kept it somewhat mysterious. It felt weird to me, and soon after that we heard the whole story. Reports of him clashing with CP3 leak out in the public. The Beard then talks to Westbrook about teaming up again and the trade happens. But knowing Russ's game and seeing how almost every analyst is skeptical about this experiment, why did Harden push for it to happen? And why did Houston win for it? What does James Harden know that made him sure this could work out? I'll try to answer that. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it. Russell Westbrook's game consists of a lot of long mid-range shots which are often heavily contested and hitting an abysmal 32% from that area. Meanwhile, the Rockets avoid that shot at any cost and Carmelo Anthony found that out the hard way, as we all remember. Russ took 5.5 threes per game last season and shot a disgusting 29%, ranking dead last in the league among high-volume three-point shooters. Opponents were actually happy to let him fire away from downtown, but except for the numbers, we all pretty much knew that Russ was a bad shooter. So again, is there any reason to push for him to come to Houston? Absolutely, a whole lot at that. First of all, there's no reason for me to even try to explain Westbrook's nuclear athleticism. When he decides to go to the rim, he does. Last year, he was third in the league when it comes to drives to the basket. He found ways to go inside despite the fact that other than Paul George, no other OKC player served as a floor spacer or could make defenders stick to them. So right here, for example, you can see that almost every Golden State defender is focused on Russell, and it's to a point where they don't even care about their man and they just try to help out on the drive, which at the end results in a tough shot. Similar situation here. Both Gordon and Harden are far off their matchup, closing down the driving lane and forcing their new teammate now to settle for a jump shot. So yeah, even with floor spacing like this, Westbrook was among the leaders at getting inside and causing all kinds of trouble for opponents. On the Rockets, however, he's going to be surrounded by knockdown shooters like Harden at almost 37%, Gordon at 36%, PJ Tucker at almost 38%, and let's not forget the sniper Daniel House, who the Rockets re-signed this offseason. He shot an incredible 41.5 from downtown, and mind you, these percentages are somewhat lower due to their extremely high number of attempts. So these guys in Houston are going to be praying that the defense is helping off of one of them. That's one thing, but then check out these numbers. Last season, Westbrook to Adams was the second most frequent connection in terms of assists, and number one was Harden to Capella, believe it or not. So what I see here is two guys who can feed their big men and provide a consistent scoring inside the paint, so you can definitely expect Capella to really benefit from having two players who attack the basket, attract double teams, and can throw the lob extremely well. And last but not least, let me get a bit philosophical here. Both Harden and Westbrook know exactly the type of players they are, and by now I feel like it's clear to them that playing together and not changing their game to adapt to one another is going to be a recipe for disaster and a wasted season. So in my opinion, the moment they made the call and decided to team up meant that they will find a way to adjust and come up with a winning formula. Harden needed to know that he will have a teammate committed to winning and not worried about personal stats. And now, while we're all guessing, he might be the only one that knows this and knows how dangerous the Houston Rockets will truly be next season. Westbrook got his chance that he needed to get to escape the future, which I had displayed in a video a while ago. Due to that video blowing up, people think that I absolutely hate him, but that's not true at all. As I said then and there, I love his intensity and passion for the game, but it's a fact that he needs to change some things. And going to another team where he won't be the main guy with the ultimate say-so in everything, this would be a perfect opportunity to turn things around and compete for a championship again after quite a long time and some first round exits. Although the pressure will be on Russell to fit in, D'Antoni and the coaching staff also need to find ways to implement him seamlessly and get the most out of him in a situation where he's not the main guy. Having one of his best friends there in Harden, it will make this transition a lot easier for Russell, but at the end, many things will depend on him, and the question is obvious. Is this gonna be Carmelo Anthony 2.0, or is it possibly going to be a legacy-altering move with a possible championship? The odds might be against him, but as only Russell Westbrook would say, why not? That's it for now. If you like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my future in-depth analysis. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.